friends, welcome back and welcome to Dress With Me. If you're new here, I am Tiana. If you're not new, thank you all so much for continuing to watch. Now, this video is just going to be all about like my disastrous dress from at Zara. Now, y'all remember that when I went to Zara before, I couldn't find anything, and I was like, you know, what is going on? Like, there was nothing like in there, like literally nothing, and the stuff that I tried on was like terrible. So I went there Friday because I was saying that I wanted to go take myself out to dinner. I was going to go on a solo date and I'd take myself out to dinner. And I had a gift card that I got for Christmas that I never spent. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to really dress up for this. Like I was going, like, you know, like I'm going out with somebody else because like self-love is the best love anyway, you know? So I'm like, you know, I'm going to actually like get myself together. So, I had my gift card and I said, you know, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna see what they got. I had literally almost no hope because when I was there last time, it was so bad. So I went in there and this time they actually had a lot of cute stuff, like a lot of stuff. Like, let me back it up a little bit. Today is Monday, February 27th. I don't know if I said that or not, but I actually recorded everything, all of this already, like me at the mall, everything, my date, everything. And I was going to upload it yesterday, and it will not upload at all. I don't know what the problem is. I done ran like so many checks and everything, and it's coming up like it is fine, like, you know, but it will not upload. It will not get past like 10%. I mean, I deleted the uploaded it again, and it just will not upload. So like, I don't know, when weird stuff like that happens, like, you know, I won't push it too far, like, you know. So what I end up doing is saying, like, you know what, maybe for whatever reason, like, it's not supposed to be up there. Like, maybe something in it is going to get flagged or not. Like, you know, I just say to myself that like, this is what it's supposed to be and this is why it's happening. So I'm not even going to push it. But back to Zara. So I get in there and it was a lot of stuff in there, and I was like, okay, but let me just stick to what I want. So out of everything in there, I picked my favorite, like, you know, and it was this dress. So let me show you all this dress. I think that it is so, like, it's so nice. The waist part is like gapped. I'm trying to find the gaps. It's hard to even find it. I'll tell you why in a minute. But like the waist part, like, is gapped and it goes all the way around. So it's almost like, this is almost an independent piece. And then you have like the skirt piece to it, and it is long sleeve with like this bell sleeve. So I thought it was super cute. Like the skirt was like a little bit flare, but the top kind of like fit like how this top is fitting right here. So like, it was cute. And that's what I picked out of everything in the store. So I'm back at Zara to return the dress. And let me show you all what's going on. Here's the back. Do you see how far down this back is? Do you see this zipper? This zipper will not move. It will not move at all. I'm thinking when I put it on, and I was like, you know, it's loose. Like, you know, like, so I'm not tearing up the zipper. Like, this is loose. Like, it will not go up. It will not budge, you know. So here I am, ready Friday, like ready to go. And I'm like, what's going on with this zipper? So I'm going to drop the clip of me and my sister, because I tried to go to her house, like, to get some help. It still didn't work. Like, it was a mess. We had an 8:15 reservation. I'm sure you could be in the vlog, it don't matter. And we were already so late because I was trying, come on thing. Girl, I'm gonna tell you, everything is getting on my nerves because I was trying to, girl, look at my chest with this, look. Girl! Girl, I'm so irritated. Like, look how disgusting. It's making everything look so raggedy. Like
on the mannequin.
It's not even that. Okay, so anyway, so we had an 8:15 reservation that I already like was running like late for, because my hair don't ever be wanting to straighten it when I do it. So the dress wouldn't zip past like this one part, and I'm like, this dress is super loose. So I know that like it's not me. So my olive came in and helped me, and she's like, this is broken. I can't do no more with this. And she was like, I tried my best. I'm going to go back and finish watching That Girl Lele. So she left. That was fine. So I called my sister, and she was like, oh, I can get it up. You know, I can fix it or whatever. So I did put in my mind that I should grab like an emergency outfit, like, you know, just in case. But then I had nothing to wear. Like, I had no idea what I was going to put on, nothing to wear, and then that was going to take forever. And then it's mostly because I was supposed to be wearing this. And just like we said, like when you have something like in your mind already, like this is it, nothing else works. Like it's not going to work. Like, so I couldn't find a thing. We was already running late. I get to my sister's house. She inside. I get there at 8:16. Reservation at 8:15. Who's inside taking pictures? Told him, come on in and take. No.
Well, at the same time, remember, I was going to try and zip your dress up.
Yeah, but you was taking pictures. So she come in trying to zip the dress up. This zipper is not moving at all. It keep getting caught on all of this fabric. And how the dress is, girl, look how raggedy. So long story short, even though it's, or long story long, like the dress is still wide open, will not zip at all. So then my sister was saying, you know what, let's just run back to Zara. Let's run back to the mall and tell them that they can have this one, and I'm going to grab one off of the rack, since I was lucky enough to pick a dress within all the other dresses where the zipper don't work. Like, you know, so we're going to grab one off the rack and tell them they can have this mess, and I was going to still put the other dress on, and then we could still go to City Winery, which is in Philly, and at this point, it's crazy anyway, but we still was going to give it a shot. So I get the new dress, and I'm sitting there, and I pulled the zipper down and pulled it back up, and do you know what happened? It got stuck in the same exact spot that this dress is stuck in.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy, and the dress just came off of the rack. So if you go in Zara and you'll see this dress, and I may even drop, but you know what, sometimes online they don't even, it's not even the same stuff in the store, so it's weird online sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to like show you all this dress. If you go to Zara, don't get it. Don't get it, because you're going to be highly disappointed, because this zipper is broke. And even like the manager was sitting there trying to get the zipper pulled up, like with no body in it. There was not a body in the dress, and that zipper would not move. So here we are now. It's like this was like beyond ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So now the night is over. I'm going to end this vlog right here. Well, oh no, I am going to show you all the dress. I'll show you the dress. We are going to go out for some drinks just so we can do something. The reservation is done. There's no point of going over there. It's almost like an hour later. We trying to like do all this stuff.
Just going to go to a local place.
Yeah, we're going to go to a local place, have some drinks, and then go head home. Because like, what in the wardrobe malfunction? If you wanted to know, you know, what's going on in my world in a nutshell, this is it. So here I am now. I'm just going to return this dress. I'm starting to feel, first of all, what kind of luck do I have? Like, it literally was so much nice stuff in the store, and I go and pick the only thing that's defective. Like, the only thing that's defective, I go ahead and pick out of the whole entire store. Like, stuff like this happens to me all of the time. I mean, like, I feel like I just live like a very weird, like, awkward life. Like, people overshare with me. They talk really, really close to my face. I have all of these weird events, like, all of the time. All of the time. I feel like it's a good thing I do not rely on luck for anything, because if I did, I would be crying all of the time. All of the time, because I feel like I have the worst luck. I don't rely on luck. I pray. I've got to pray, because I'm gonna need God to guide me, because if I am guiding myself, I will be floating into a random abyss. Like, you know, so like, it's a good thing, because this is my luck. everything in the store, and this is what I have. This is a true example of my luck. So I'm gonna go in here right now. And another thing that was weird to happen this weekend is that my doorknob fell off. The doorknob to the front door. We opened the door and it just straight up fell smooth off. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like, what? Anyway, friends, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I was gonna look around, but I ain't want to look around that store. I ain't want to do nothing with that store yet because I'm done with them right now. And I'm so mad because I would have preferred to get all of my money just back on my card, but no, they had to put, you know, the dollar amount that was on the gift card back on the gift card, and then the extra money that I paid they put back on my credit card. But I just feel like I would just have loved if they would just give me all the money. Like, I don't even barely know what to get up in here now because, like, you just don't know. So, but they couldn't do it like that. The little girl, she was cool, but like, they couldn't do it like that. So now I got this gift card. The prize is going to sit in here for like another 3-4 months because I have no interest at all. But I do have some news that I'm so happy about, and I am quitting one of my jobs, and I'm so happy about it. The main reason why I'm quitting is because there's not enough like protection for us when we get out, like to these calls. When we get out in the street, we have like literally no like protection at all. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story of when this was the last, like this was like the final thing, like for me. On this particular night, we went and we picked up this guy, right? And he was staying at a group home. And when we got there to him, he was already like so flustered. He was so flustered. We picked him up from the hospital because he needed medical transport to get back to his group home. And we picked him up from the hospital. But before we could even get out of the ambulance, the nurse was already like outside looking for us. So like when I see her, I'm like, what is going on? Like, you know? So it looked like somebody crashed here. It's always an accident. Oh wait, is everybody out? I'm like always something like I would have to get out and help, but I don't. Everybody's fine, so well, I wouldn't have to get out and help, but it would be in good taste for me to get out and help if someone was hurt. But no one's hurt, so good. So yeah, so when we get there, like the nurse is meeting us outside already, and she's flustered. She's like, get him out of here because I'm done. So then she walks off, and I was like, excuse me, I need to have report, and like I need to know, like, you know, what we're walking into, like, why are you flustered in the first place? And then she was like, there's nothing wrong with him. He just don't want to be in his group home. There's nothing wrong with him. And I was like, but why did he come in here? Like, you know, he didn't come here. There's nothing wrong with him. Like, what is his complaint? Like, you know. So she was saying that he was upset because he feel like he keeps asking for a bunch of help and no one cares. And I'm looking at her like, well, you're kind of proving that right now. Like, you know, he's asking for your help and you're saying nothing wrong with him. Get out. Like, you know, so you know, I got finished like talking about nothing with her, and I go over to him, and he is clearly angry. He is sitting on the edge of the bed, like waiting for us, and he's clearly pissed off. So I go introduce myself, and I say to him, like, you know, what's going on? You want to tell me what's going on? So he said that, you know, he's just tired of everything and everybody, you know. And when, of course, like when the people say they're tired of everything and everybody, like you gotta listen up, because just in case, like, you know, they want to hurt themselves or they want to hurt someone else. So at this point, I don't know where my partner was, and I was working with someone I never worked with before. So I don't know where he was. So I was talking to the guy, and I was saying that, well, why are you tired of everyone? Like, do you mind telling me what's going on? And he was saying, yeah, I don't mind. He was like, the thing is that, like, the people in the group home where he stays at is abusive. They're neglectful, you know. And he said he feel like they keep like taking advantage of him. And he said on a normal basis, I am easy to get along with. I feel like I am kind-hearted. I feel like all of that. But they have taken my kindness for weakness. And he said, and because they have, then they will pay. So I said, wait, whoa. I said, when you say they will pay, in what, in what way? How do you plan on making them pay? So he said that, well, you know the saying, like, if you back a dog up in a corner enough, somebody is going to get bit. And I said, I definitely do know the saying. And I said, well, look, before we even, get ready to go, you tell me how I can help. Like, is there anybody I can contact, or like something that I can do so we can kind of like remedy this problem before, like, it explodes to something like, out of control. So he said to me, he looked at me and he said, you're the only one who actually, came to me and kind of like said this. He said, I really, really do appreciate that. He said, but the people in that group home, they do not care. Even if you did come up with a number or a name or whatever, nothing is going to happen because they don't care. And he said, and because they don't care and I'm tired of them, now I don't care. And he was like, and then now they'll deal with me when I get there. And I said, well, here's the thing with that. I said, we can't transport you there knowing that you may harm the people there. But my partner, he finally comes back over. So I pull my partner to the side and I say to him, like, he is like threatening, but mildly threatening the people back at the group home. And I said, I'm going to talk to him for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to determine if it's safe to transport him or not. I said, see, because as of right now, he's just saying that they will pay. But the key thing is that when we're dealing with threats from people to anyone else or to themselves, the key thing is that, do you have a plan? If there is a plan that's in place for you to hurt anyone else or yourself, that's when we have to like take action, because then we have to assume that because you know exactly how you're going to hurt someone, that you are going to do it. So at this point, he didn't tell me a plan. So my partner is like, oh, now granted, like I said, like he wasn't even around him. So he said, oh, actually, I just think that he's blowing off steam. I don't think it's any big deal. I don't think anything. And I said, well, I don't know how you could determine that when you just got here. You just got here, and at this point, he didn't even speak to the patient. So I don't know how you could determine that. So then he was like, well, because my son is autistic, and when he gets mad, he gets a little out of control. So I was looking at my partner like, what does your son, your baby, have to do with this grown man right here who is saying that he's going to hurt the people? What are you talking about? Like, so like, I don't even know what that was even about. Like, what was even the point of that? I don't even know. So, he was like, so we go close to the patient, right? And here go my partner. All right, so you can come on, we're gonna get ready to go. And I'm looking at him like, I know for a fact, I just told you that I wanted to speak with him more before we start transporting. So the guy is like, yeah, I'm out of here, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So he's still like, talking pissed off. So I'm thinking like, okay, so as we're going, the guy said, yeah, and I can't wait to get there. I cannot wait to get there because I'll show him. So then my partner, he kind of stops, right? And then he was like, you'll show them? Like, what do you mean? So the guy said to him, if I was talking to you, I would have addressed you. He said, I'm not talking to you. So just take me to where I need to be. And see, I was looking at my partner like, you see? See, because now I don't know why, like, he snapped at him though, because not at no point did he snap at me. So that was the first time I seen him act aggressive, because like I said, he wasn't aggressive towards me like at all. So then my partner said, well, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that, like, everything would be good, it'll be safe or whatever. He was like, oh no, you guys, you'll see me again, and more than likely you'll see me again tonight, one way or another, you'll see me again. So I'm looking at him and I said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, look, so I don't think we can't transport you. We can't transport you. But here's the thing. Here's the problem for the most part. Once we get, like, we were already pretty much at the ambulance, right? here's the thing, and this is why I did not want him to even get on the stretcher until I knew what was going on. See, because once you are discharged from the hospital, and once you are with us and like on our ambulance or near our ambulance, the hospital is now completely done with you, because you are out of the hospital and you was already discharged. So like in some ways, like you can go back in, but you can't go back in. Like we can go and take him like back to the ER and he can like sit there like, you know, forever, or we can, you know, just try to move forward with it or whatever. So I said to my partner that we should take him back inside. I said we should take him back inside so we could see, you know, like what in the world, look, what's all going on. My partner 100% refused and said that I think that he's going to be fine. We're going to be fine, whatever. So I was, you know, I was in the back with him. He said that I'm going to contact our supervisor so we can get some guidance, or we can at least tell our supervisors to give the people at the group home a heads up that we're coming in, blah, 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 blah. So guys, like honestly, at this point, when I tell y'all that my partner was getting on my last nerve, because what I am trying to do, like, because we are safe, like we're safe because he's not threatening us. But what I am trying to do is I am trying to keep the people safe, like, you know, once we get there. Like, why in the world would we drop off someone who was actively threatening people and we're going to take that person to that environment? Like, it was dumb. So we reach out to the supervisor, no answer, no response, no nothing. I'm talking to him because at this point he still hasn't, you know, told me a plan. So my partner, he's in the front and there's like a divider like right here. So I'm asking him, like, you know, what's going on, you know, how you gonna do whatever, what's going on? So he told me, he said, yeah, machetes solve all problems. He said there'd be blood. So then now, bam, that quick, we have a plan. But here's the thing, we're already en route. We're already en route. The only thing we have is our personal cell phones and our work phone. So then what we have to do is we can text our supervisors, or we can use, you know, our own phone. Like, that's it. There's nothing else. There's no other way for any type of contact. So I wrote a note on my phone and I passed my whole phone to the driver. And you guys, you know, you can see like what I said. Because at this point, I don't want to get the guy revved up. So I didn't want him to know at all that, like, I'm like, let's get the police on scene. Before we get there, let's have the police there so they can intercept him. So long story short, or long story long, he did not call PD. He did not. So we get there, right, and we go ahead and we walk the patient in. When we get in, the patient immediately goes to like the left, like to a back room. We go back out in the truck, and I said, let's not leave like immediately. Let's give like 5 or 6 minutes. I said, I just want to really like confirm that I would feel better in me that this person is not going to do anything. And yeah, it had to be about 3 or 4 minutes. We heard like the biggest crash, and all of a sudden we seen like it was a window like right in the front where somebody's body got hit up against that window, almost went through that window. People are screaming, and I looked right at my partner, because it's a shame, because if anybody was to be like seriously hurt or even hurt at all, it could have been prevented, because we could have intercepted, or better yet, we could have left him at the daggone hospital, call and let security know what was going on, and they would have had PD come up to the hospital and they could have dealt with it. Tonight I will be bringing you all to work with me. Of course I can't record like everything, but I can at least show you all, like, you know, the ambulance. You can meet my partner I'm with tonight. We worked together one time before. She is hilarious. Hi friends, so I'm at work now. I'm going to try my best to record, but our company name is like plastered absolutely everywhere, and it's so hard to like record without it showing. So I am going to try my best to get some clips. If not, I'll just be back later to say goodbye. Here is my partner, who is absolutely crazy. Hi friends, I know that I said that I would be back earlier, like on the way to work, but Right now it is 1:40 in the morning, and I'm usually off at 1 a.m. but I'll let you know, tell you guys what all went on. Okay, so we had, the night started off just fine. We were having a good time, like, honestly. It wasn't, super busy, so we got what we thought was our last call, and it ended up, at the last minute, like, oh, actually, guys, I have one more for you all. So we're like, okay. So we went over, and it was a hospital to hospital transport. So we go in there, and the patient is in the hallway with a one-on-one. One-on-one usually signifies that there's some type of dangerous element to this person. So the nurse was on the phone, and the receiving hospital was basically like not receiving him, like, so she was just like on the phone, like going crazy. So we're sitting there trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm looking like, well, we only got about like 10-15 minutes left here before we're not transporting him anyway. So like, they're scrambling and going crazy. So I had said to her, like, can you give us report? We need to know, like, who we're moving or whatever. You would think that I was talking to the wall. So that was the first thing where I was looking at her like, girl, like, what? So like that was that. So she finally gets on the phone, right? So she's giving report to the hospital, and she's saying that, we have a 34-year-old male who is suicidal, homicidal. He came in cuffs with PD, and since then he has calmed down, maybe in like the last 35-40 minutes, and he is now ready for transport. And I said, ready for transport with who? So I said to that nurse, I said, wait, hold up, like, what are you saying, that he's suicidal and he's homicidal and he came with PD? And I was like, well, then why isn't PD riding with us? Like, where is PD? He needs an escort or something. She was like, oh, well, he's been fine for the last 40 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. Like, he could have been fine for the last 40 minutes because he is here with plenty of help here. So maybe that's why he's fine. I said, we are on the road. It is after 1 o'clock it was after midnight during this time. I said, it is after midnight. And we don't have the type of support that you all have here at the hospital. So, no, I don't care about him. Like, he was fine here. And so she's sitting there like, well, I don't really know what you want me to do. So I'm asking her, does he have a sedative on board, or like something, a chemical restraint? Like a chemical restraint, so we can have something on our side so we will not be hurt by this man. No, he doesn't have a chemical restraint. And I was like, well, we need like a regular restraint. Like, we need something. Oh, well, he can't get a regular restraint, a chemical restraint, nothing, because he is not showing any aggression currently. Okay, I had to come in and change my clothes, or change my shirt so you can't see the hospital system. But long story short, or the end of the story, I should say, is that we had to transport him regardless, because the hospital system does not care about their people. And that's just the bottom line. They only care about money. Their bottom line. They don't care about the people who work for them. So we had to transport him with no chemical restraints, no regular restraint, no order for regular restraints. He has no history of any documented mental illness. He just, and remember, or I don't know if I said, but remember, he came there with police. He was acting erratic and homicidal and suicidal at his home. Honestly, we don't even know if he was really suicidal for real, because he could have just been not wanting to be arrested. Like, he'd rather go to a hospital than to a jail. He could have just been straight up homicidal. And I would think that if a person comes into the hospital through PD, I would think that any movement after that should also be through PD, but not with this hospital system. And when we were going, he got like a little antsy or whatever, but he didn't choose to act, you know, erratic or whatever. We were so relieved when we dropped him off. But like, you know, we were talking and like I mean, of course, we realized that literally the only reason why, like, we were not hurt or the possibility of being hurt is because he chose not to hurt us. Like, he chose not to hurt us. Like, that is the only reason why, like, we weren't hurt. And after all of the help that we were asking for, all of the complaining that we were doing, saying that this is not even fair or right, there was an all-male crew on tonight. Now, not that I want the male crew to be in any danger, but at least two men is better than two women up against this man. Like, you know, so it's literally like no help there. So I did all my required paperwork. I went right to the supervisor office and told her, I quit. I'm glad that I'm gone because I don't want to be worried about whether I'm coming home at night. I don't want to worry about that. That is that for this vlog. Or is it a vlog? Yeah, this is all just one day. We're now like a day and a half. Like, but that is that for this vlog. I do hope you all enjoyed it. It's kind of ended on a sad but happy note at the same time because, like I said, I'm glad I'm safe, I'm home, and I'm not going back. So it's ended on a good note. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.